Edmonton Trail is classified as a major road and crosses the expressway of McKnight Boulevard, quickly connecting the communities of Thorncliffe, Greenview, and Highland Park to downtown and north-central Calgary, as well as the airport. With a posted speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour, this is too fast to function as a street, yet too slow to function as a road. To use Marin's term from Strong Towns, it is a STROAD, a street-road hybrid, the futon of transportation alternatives. Just as the futon provides both an uncomfortable couch and an uncomfortable bed, Edmonton Trail is uncomfortable for pedestrians and frustrating for thorough traffic. STROADs are commonly called arterials in North America. They are simply a leftover, surviving only by inertia from the 1960s traffic engineering guidebooks. In 1875, a road was made to connect fur trading posts in Calgary and Edmonton. Originally, it was called the Calgary-Edmonton Trail. As populations grew, the road became less of a path between the two cities and instead was divided into two feeder roads in each area. The southern terminus is what we know today as Edmonton Trail. In 1956, the single community of Greenview Thorncliffe was developed along Edmonton Trail. A division was made in 1991 to divide the area into three distinct communities known today as Thorncliffe, Greenview, and Highland Park, all three of which fall under the Thorncliffe-Greenview Community Association. The city's first Italian school opened along Edmonton Trail in 1920s, and the areas became the heart of the Italian community within Calgary. Today, numerous Italian businesses and restaurants still line the street. People that live near and use Edmonton Trail include a range of socio-economic backgrounds, with the more affluent residents in the South End. Also, a diversity of culture exists, including Asian, Italian, and other Europeans. Residents interviewed by Global News have stated that the community is usually quiet and is a really safe area. The population of the area as of 2000 is approximately 1,975. The median income of this community falls around $45,898 per year. There are three schools within Greenview: George P. Vanier, a public junior high school, Foundations for the Future, a charter middle school, and St. Paul's Preschool. The zoning of the region seems quite disjointed. The western side of Edmonton Trail is predominantly covered in residential zonings that allow for semi-detached and single-family dwelling units, with patches of commercial access and commercial corridor zoning. The eastern side of the road is more fragmented, having a range from special-purpose park space to residential, as well as several industrial areas. The housing stock for this area is mostly composed of post-war single-family bungalows. There are some higher-density, multi-family dwellings and condominium as well. Mobility in the area is characterized by several modes of transportation. The automobile stands alone in being the most dominant form of transportation. In terms of public transit, this area is serviced by several bus routes. A few follow a direct route through Edmonton Trail, Route 4 Huntington, and Route 5 North Haven. In the study area, traffic volumes indicate 18,000 vehicles use this road on an average weekday, compared to McKnight Boulevard at 48,000. Edmonton Trail is also not a designated truck route. The community features a mostly auto-oriented design, reflected by the predominance of parking lots and parking structures throughout the area, especially in the commercial zones. Because of the prevalence of commercial zones in street malls, stores and services rely heavily on signs for advertising. This then creates a heavy visual landscape. Walkability throughout Edmonton Trail is uninviting. Pathways are somewhat narrow with little buffer between them and the road, making them potentially dangerous for pedestrians. Towards 4th Street, sidewalks become narrower and can be found only on one side of the street. Concerning safety, the road and the adjacent sidewalks could at times become icy. Pedestrians contribute to the safety concerns and will often cross at non-crosswalks. Although there is plenty of off-street parking, people park on the street. This creates a more narrow road for drivers and can contribute to blind spots, which would limit the driver's ability to see a pedestrian. At night, Lighting is minimal as you stray away from Edmonton Trail, with much of the light produced within communities coming from houses. With very little light and large deserted industrial areas backing onto residential zones, walkability and safety after dark becomes a bigger issue. Existing work opportunities along Edmonton Trail include the Greenview Industrial Area, Rona, a variety of retail stores mainly consisting of storefront shops facing the streets, the 16th Avenue intersection featuring a variety of businesses, an Italian supermarket, restaurants such as Denny's, and several gas stations. The main church found in Greenview is Center Street Church, so large that it spans from 37th Avenue to 40th Avenue. The church hosts numerous events every day of the week and 2 full services run each Sunday. Residents in close proximity to Edmonton Trail use the Thorncliffe Greenview Community Center. This center was registered in 1956 and offers a place for community gatherings and meetings as well as for recreational, cultural, and social activities. It also forms a central point of communication among neighbors and contributes to the formation of a cohesive community. A variety of green spaces and open spaces can be found throughout the existing residential areas. Among the larger ones are the Thorncliffe Park and Lake Hawk Park. These parks and areas are highly underutilized. They could be used to create more sustainable communities, to produce a more pleasant community feel, and to encourage the use and creation of cycling paths. Edmonton Trail from 16th Avenue to 41st Avenue is the next major roadway on the list for reconstruction. The project was started in 2013 and will conclude in 2014. From a sustainability perspective, our study area is important to pedestrians, cyclists, and runners who use the Nose Creek pathway. The city clears the snow on this pathway, which parallels 1 block east to Edmonton Trail from Beaver Dam Road northeast to the 41st Avenue, 32nd Avenue connector. There is opportunity to create new pathways that tie back to Edmonton Trail corridor and encourage human-scale activity in the area. Although the area currently fails to exhibit human scale and cohesion, the potential exists to convert it into a complete urban boulevard. Numerous features and amenities that are characteristic of a complex system are already present along Edmonton Trail corridor. The seemingly self-organized mixed land-use development, pedestrian-friendly landscape, and integrated transit create a hierarchy of nested structures. Calgary Transit's route ahead plan has Edmonton Trail as a potential path for a low-floor train. If this were to be implemented, the corridor could move along from being considered a road towards a more functional transportation network. Alongside this, increasing zone cohesion, walkability, safety, and sustainability could be possible through improvements made along the corridor. A strong community is already present along Edmonton Trail, and the potential for a successful urban development is evident.